So I guess this is a sort of a matter of waste not, want not with you. Is that it? You figure like if you don't polish off the eggnog now, it's not going to happen?
Shh. Shh.
You have this perfect little O mark. Eggnog on your face. Hey, Happy New Year. It is 2019 from the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. How are you? That's very attractive, honey.
What's the average person gain over the holidays? How many pounds?
7 pounds.
Yeah,
I think I'm pretty close.
I only have 17 to go. That's great.
There you go. That's good.
Pasteurized, homogenized something. Okay.
Well, I hope New Year was good for you. We went over to my sister's.
I have a new shirt.
After 20 years of doing radio, and you end up hosting like bar nights. It's essentially what you do on New Year's Eve.
You always work. And doing a comic thing, you always work. Worst crowd in the history of man.
You're the only sober one in an entire building. So we actually were excited last night. We went over to my sister's and we played games, and it was wonderful.
It was fun, and we ate seafood. Look what a crab did to me.
The crab attacked you.
He did a crab.
And
you know what he did though? I ate him.
That's showing. You got trapped in this random game that you couldn't understand.
First of all, your family, well, these board games are like, what's the one that I was dragged off a houseboat and told not to go back? Acquire.
It's a stocks and bonds game. It's not pretty.
Her family, they turn into yellers.
We're Scottish.
And then so other people playing Uno, that was fun. And then I get playing this tile game that's making a mosaic from a ancient Yeti society, and I didn't even understand what we were doing, and I won.
Nice, congratulations.
No one else knew why I won. We just decided to get the thing over with.
You kept mouthing, help me, over the shoulder, and I went, I'm not doing anything because I don't have to play.
But the rest of it was really cool. So Happy New Year for 2019.
All right, well, we're here in the new resolution series for the Todd and Erin Daily Stream, and one of the big things that people talked about is they wanted to have a different mindset for success, for changing their career, to building it, to making it better. So there was no one we could think of who was better for this than Dan Young, of course, who is the multi-gazillion-dollar owner of PC Laptops.
He loves you.
So have a listen. Okay, now you got to hold up your arm for a minute.
Oh.
You just gave blood.
Yeah, I just donate.
Tell me.
Well, you just donate blood, to try to help out a little bit, and it also helps. I think it helps. It makes me feel better physically as well when you give blood. So
you have a special enzyme. There's like this special Dan Young enzyme that's like good for certain. What is it? Sickle cell?
Yeah, there's some sort of protein or enzyme or something, and so ARUP services here they call and they're like, hey man, can you come down and give some of your blood? And I'm like, okay, So it helps kids with sickle cell for transfusions and stuff. So.
All right, so while we're on the threes, one more. What were your 3 biggest light bulb ideas where you went, oh my God, I'm a freaking genius? The 3 biggest light bulb ideas in your career so far?
Boy, well, this was just more on a necessity. There was a massive infectious disease in Africa that was infecting people, and people would literally cough out in their blood and they would die literally within a week. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there were some problems with how the medical diagnostics worked on that. And without getting too specific, but letting you know what happened, there was a problem getting the computing equipment to interface correctly. And so our team spent a lot of time and we helped solve that problem. And it was cool. And right after that solution went into effect, the epidemic really shrank and got contained pretty quickly. And
this is like a massive Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
No, but it is, right? With the sweeping planes over Africa and the people suffering, and then you've got the frenzied team, and then you guys are staying up for 72 hours at a time trying to figure it out. That's amazing.
It was crazy, but it was cool because it's like, look, we're not just selling computers for people to do their taxes and run their businesses and Facebook, right, and play video games. It was a pretty impactful difference. In fact, the scientists that we were working with and the doctors said without this solution, though, it could have gone to be a global infection.
That's so
that was important.
And you did. You saved the world. That's like a pretty big light bulb idea.
Not us, though. I mean, we help do the computing stuff, but the doctors and the scientists, I mean, those guys and girls, they say, and all the military and all the healthcare workers and CDC and all,
Everybody
And
who was on the ground going, I could get
Yeah.
this pretty soon, but I'm still
We
doing
had the
patient
easy
care.
part. I mean, those people were there, taking their own lives and having possible infection themselves and loss of life. So
You still can't discount it. You still saved the world. That was cool. Okay, so that was light bulb idea number
Yeah,
one,
that's
which
crazy.
was really freaking amazing. So I'm not sure how we're going to keep on with this, but what was light bulb idea number two?
we had a professor from the University of Utah come in at 2011, and he wanted to have us build him 12 computer servers to do this cryptocurrency thing called Bitcoin, and we didn't even know what it was at the time.
No way. No freaking way. You were at the beginning. Go on.
It was major for us because it helped fuel a lot of our expansion and our manufacturing. So when we sold a bunch of that, we were able to buy our buildings and create a lot of jobs in Utah. So it was just cool.
Okay, so third light bulb idea.
Third big light bulb idea. Oh, real estate development. So, I remember back in 2006-07, business was skyrocketing. And we were spinning off a lot of extra cash.
Yeah, and the thing is, during the Great Recession, you guys were still making money, which
Yeah.
is amazing to me because there were so many businesses that went down, and you guys were still making money.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the real
Okay.
estate, though.
Well, at that point in time, we were thinking, should we open a bunch more? Should we expand like crazy? This is 6 and 7. And then I can't remember who it was. I think it was a client, just customer, older guy, and he was like, you know what, you should probably buy some of the buildings you're in. Like, he goes, they're not making a lot more land, and you'd probably be able to sleep better. And I wasn't super conservative, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. But then a couple of my landlords called me, hey, I'm retiring, should we you want to buy the strip mall? I'm like, I don't think I can afford it.
In 2008, it changed. You could probably afford it. Yeah.
Well, in 8, it crashed, and then these guys called me, and they're like, "Do you still have any money?" And I'm like, "A little bit." And so we were able to buy a few buildings, and then I started really focusing a lot on real estate stuff.
It's interesting because you look at the way that we've been exploding with tech and all the other things that are coming in now. Is that part of the vision? Do you see this as Silicon Valley just slightly east? I mean, where do you think this is going?
I think it's going to be, if not bigger than what you see in Silicon Valley now, because Utah has space to grow.
Yeah, exactly.
And with space to grow and a phenomenal local population with really good ethics and just the people here. I have locations in Las Vegas, and we have businesses all over the country which we do business. Mm-hmm. And Utah by far is the easiest environment to do business.
Really? Is it like the work ethic here, do you think? Or?
Yeah, I think in Utah people are taught to usually do the right thing,
Ideally, yeah. That'd be
and
nice.
in most cases it's trained to try to be honest, to try to make it right, to forgive people, to be collaborative. It's more so here because the problem is in some states when you have such a mixture of culture, too much different culture, it's almost like everyone's speaking a different language.
More difficulty understanding
It's hard
each
to
other.
unify. Yeah.
Interesting. I hadn't thought of that. That's a good point.
Utah's great. I love it.
How many employees do you have right now?
About 135.
How do you keep track of everybody?
Well, I have a directory, and I try to look at all the pictures and memorize all their names, and
That's really cool.
I try to if I'm meeting a group, a new team, I try to remember their names before and build some sort of relationship with everybody if I can, to whatever degree.
Okay, so we got to know what's on the Dan Young Get It Inspired pod list. I mean, when you're like I'm going to become brilliant, what music do you play? What music's inspiring to you? It's this is the can't fail playlist.
Oh, the Gladiator movie soundtrack.
Really?
By all means.
I had
Yes.
not thought of that, but you're right.
It's the greatest soundtrack ever. It's got sad, makes you cry, makes you want to conquer things.
And at some point you
struggles.
get to fling something across the room and go, "Are you not entertained?" So you got all of that.
Yeah.
That's so
The
cool.
best part of it I like is this, and this helps you realize your mortality. One of the lines says something to the effect of, if where will you be in 3 weeks harvesting your fields? Or if you find yourself with the sun beaming down your face and you're standing in a field, you're already dead. So that removes the fear of battle. So then you go in there knowing the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to have the sun beaming down on your face and you're going to be with your family. Right?
No, I'm remembering that thing now.
Right?
You're making me cry.
Yeah.
I hate you.
That's the worst thing that
No,
could
but
happen.
you're right.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right, though. That's such a powerful message. That's
Yeah.
amazing. All right, now,
Makes you emotional. Yeah.
now that you've made me reflect for a minute, we're going to drink
cry
some
too.
water. Really, you're going to have to stop drinking that.
I only have a quart and a half to go.
I can feel your arteries harden this far away from your body.
Every time I swallow, I hear my heart slow down.
Welcome back to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. Good news, this is good news.
No, we got it. It's over. Let's party.
Well, okay, now it's not absolutely
Yes,
like
it
they
is.
haven't made the announcement.
2026 Winter Olympics here in Salt Lake City. Get ready to partay.
Okay, they haven't made
Start
the official.
putting up your basements on Airbnb. I mean, let's get the lifts going. Let's get the Uber set up. It's all happening in 2026. Done deal.
They haven't actually announced it.
No, of course not.
But it's a given, right? Because no one else wanted it but us.
That's the joke. No one else wants it.
Well, the biggest problem has been the Summer Olympics because they're so expensive, and the IOC is, we all remember the embarrassment from the last time where they're like, you have to bribe us a lot. But they really haven't seemed to learn from that much.
It's cost. It's like, what is it, Venezuela, right?
Yeah.
The last one? And they have, seriously, I'm not even lying. Yeah, they have 6 soccer stadiums that have a capacity of 30 to 50,000 people that are placed in the jungle areas
Oh, they didn't have anywhere else.
that were
for them.
used for 10 games. And they've got, I love websites, and I go to them all the time, about abandoned places.
Yes.
Please, if you would like to, go to Google and say abandoned Olympic venues.
It's insane. And they expect, the IOC expects, oh, you're going to have overruns. As a matter of fact, they say that it's usually about 2.5 times
Right.
your estimated budget. And they're like, you're on the hook for all of it. They expect that it's a given that you will just write a check.
And you have to build these prior to some of these things, prior to them accepting you as the site for the Olympics.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. I mean, come on.
So here's the deal. Let's see who dropped out last.
But we got everything, right?
All
So
right,
we're set
so
up.
yeah, so basically Calgary. No, the public stood up and went, well, $5.1 billion. No, we're not going to do that.
Well, we did.
Stockholm was just like, nah, I don't think so.
Wow. This is embarrassing.
They're an Italian. Milan. Struggling forward despite the vows of Italian government. They said, we won't provide a euro.
That's awkward.
Not going to happen. So I'm thinking Salt Lake City, number one. I think everybody knows this.
We've got just about everything built.
All of our crap still works.
Yeah, we actually kept it all in
The
kind
Oval?
of use. Yeah.
Out west, I'm pointing west. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, it's
There
pretty
it is.
clear from here.
It works. That's where international trains go. It's the fastest ice in the world. And that is not a lie because of the atmosphere, because of the elevation.
That is awesome.
I know.
Well, so we probably have it.
No, they won't. No one wants it. So many cities have gone into debt
Serious debt. I mean, where it was hardcore, yeah.
that they couldn't recover from it. And it's like what they got out of it. I mean, Salt Lake City, I mean, look what we had, in 2002, right?
I don't know, and whatever your political stance is on Mitt Romney, they brought him in to fix the games here because it was really badly tarnished. He cleaned everything up. He
Right.
made us look good again. We actually made a lot of money.
We did.
And I mean, we turned out to be a success story. Unfortunately, a lot of people haven't been able to fill that.
Plus, you could drink a Budweiser on Main Street. Imagine that. And then they took it away.
Oh, the excitement. Yeah.
So anyway, so that's the deal. I think it's funny. This is the future. This is the future. And why not give it to Salt Lake City? Because we still have all the stuff. And the world comes and trains here for it. Why not give it to us?
All right. I don't know if you were kind of perusing Twitter over New Year's Eve, but they announced the new release date for Stranger Things. Stranger Things, we have a huge connection to it because a couple of the cast members are here from Utah. But it is the most popular Netflix show here in right here in Utah.
Is that true?
Season 3.
Netflix, right?
Season 3 will be born on the 4th of July, 2019. The way they did it, it was really clever. It came in a 4-minute video that they posted on Twitter from Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve in 1985. Now, this is the year that the show is set in.
Oh, right,
And so
okay.
at the
All right,
end,
now it makes
they
sense.
had a little celebration thing with fireworks, and it says July 4th, 2019. Stranger things have happened. I'm so excited. I love that show so
That's
much.
pretty cool.
Well, it's exciting. I mean, it's awesomeness for us. Okay, now what is this about babies?
Well, in Japan, they've had this problem since 2008, which is their population has been declining. They have a very old population, and they have a nothing in the middle. And they're saying, we got to start making some babies.
We have to encourage the millennials who are like, no, we don't want
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. You've got a couple, and they have a baby, and they're living in the inner city in Japan someplace.
Well, think about the cost of living in Tokyo. And then imagine having to squeeze children into that.
You can't do it. You can't do that and work and stuff. So what they're doing is actually paying couples to move out of the cities.
More rural areas, okay.
Those towns are actually paying the couples to move out and to, oh yeah.
Don't do that noise, please. Don't do that. That's like a killer. That is like a passion death right there.
How much do you think they're paying them?
So they have to relocate. They probably telecommute with the city.
Yes.
And then they get to have babies. And so is this like a tax package or something, or is it just flat out cash?
Well, it's funny because I was thinking just give them longer lunch hours, but that's not what we're talking about here. They're talking about different allowances.
Like?
Well, if you have one child. Oh my gosh. Quick, come on, let's go. Oh, no.
You won't let me have more babies. We've been in this discussion before.
$879 for the first baby.
That's it? Really? That won't even pay for diapers.
Yeah, that's a night of fun.
Oh, for heaven's sake, that's just stupid.
1,335 for the second. 400,000 yen, that's 3,518 for the fifth. Stop then. What do you want to be, a singing group?
I thought this was going to be like awesome, like serious chunks of cash.
It is awesome.
No,
okay.
That's not awesome. Subsidized
housing, free vaccinations, school allowances, reduced nursery costs.
Okay, now we're getting into some interesting things because school there is extremely expensive. School uniforms there cost like $1,200 a year. So, oh yeah, and they're adorable. If any of you are into school uniforms like I am, the little backpacks.
That's ridiculous.
It's true.
So anyway, that's what they're doing. They're going to pay you to procreate. So,
interesting.
And plus you get to move out of the city. See, I'm all about that. I think that would be so fun is to move out into the rural areas.
You'll be living there alone. I like the conveniences of the city.
With 5 children, evidently, and a lot of money. And another woman.
All
so there you go.
Oh, that's dark.
You're the one who said it.
Tell me something good. I think we need this right now. Brought to you by PC Laptops. PC Laptops has not changed their initial stance, which is go into the new year. They can build you a laptop or a desktop starting as low as $799 with lifetime parts and labor. You can't beat that. Okay, I thought this was so sweet because we've been on flights before on Christmas where the attendants were like, Merry Christmas. It's just,
what a mistake that is, by the way.
Let's just get this over with and move on with our lives.
It is a huge mistake to do that.
Same thing with New Year's Eve. They're just like, oh, don't, because you're just going to want the drink card again.
In fact, every holiday.
Well, this is really sweet. Pierce Vaughn, and she's just like super adorable. You can see her, and she's all sparkling in her uniform, and she's a Delta employee. She was one of the newbies, so obviously she gets all the crap shifts, which basically were Christmas Eve and Christmas.
Right.
Well, her dad, Hal, loves his girl.
Of course he does.
Just loves her, and when she said, "Dad, I can't come home for anything."
What?
Anything, Dad. I'm working both days. He went, "Okay, I gotta think this through." So he booked a seat on all 6 of her flights because she had 6 flights, 6 legs between the 2 days.
Evidently, Dad's got some money.
Well, I thought this was so darling, though. Now, Mike Levy, who I've actually spoken to, who's adorable, because I asked if I could use his pictures, said he sat next to him and he was just like the greatest guy. And his daughter saw him come on, and her whole face just like exploded with joy. He said, "I had the pleasure of sitting next to Hal on my flight back home on Christmas. His daughter Pierce was our flight attendant. She had to work over Christmas. Hal decided he would spend the holiday with her, so he is flying on each of her flights today and tomorrow around the country just so he can spend time with his daughter for Christmas."
Oh, my God.
What a fantastic dad. Wishing you both a very Merry Christmas. And
That's amazing.
Funny. So Pierce kind of updated because everyone's like, what happened with Dad? So she updated and said, Dad's first trip using his benefits was a success because he is on the Friends and Family discount.
Oh.
She said, "A special thanks to all the patient, wonderful gate agents across the country and my amazing crew. He made it onto every flight and even got first class from Dallas, Fort Worth to, I guess, Rhode Island, which she said is a Christmas miracle."
That's a long flight.
I think that is adorable.
That's really sweet.
But think about it, all the gate agents are working because you can, if you're on standby, you're the one who gets thrown off.
Right,
if you're
right.
on a friends or family ticket.
It's a buddy pass or
Yeah,
something.
so
call it, right?
they like worked it to make sure Dad was on every one
That's
of them.
great. That's a
So
great
they
story.
spent all of Christmas Eve and Christmas together.
That's great.
Ish.
Well, there you go. Well, we hope. Here, I dare you.
We're back to the goodies, and so Christopher's Prime Steakhouse, brand new location. If you'd like to just drop a comment on the show, ideally share it today. You were in the running. We'll announce another winner on Friday, so it's like a short week. Also, if you're onto one of our other pages, like Tell Me Something Good, Mistletoe Mania and The Beautiful Dark Witches Halloween, if you want to stop by and like any of the Facebook pages, we would love to see you. And
This is
tomorrow
good.
we're back with...
And this is good till January 10th.
Are we doing...
So we don't have to rush it.
Oh, good. Are we doing the awesome guy thing tomorrow?
What's good then?
The amphibious.
We will tell them if we do.
We have to. It's so good.
We have a friend who's so much cooler than us, but
So
we're not
much
going to say another
cooler.
word. Don't say another word.
I want to talk about it.
No, drink this instead. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Seriously,
I'm
take
not
a drink.
going to drink
Take
that.
a drink.
No, I'm on my
You-
diet now.
It doesn't matter.
No, this is
This
the
isn't
second.
even fattening.
This is the 2nd of January. I'm not going to
This
screw
will
this
actually
up.
suck the calories out of your body.
You're so dumb.
Watch my stomach. Watch this.
Yeah, you're shrinking pounds and ounces as we speak.
It's almost gone. Get rid of this. Seriously. Get
No,
rid
so
of
weight
it.
loss and I can't throw it away.
No. It's like
It's not, honey. It's like conserving something.
it's like drinking mayonnaise. It's
It's
just
got a little ting to it.
all right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I want more.
Oh, no.